Let's do things differently this time. Not too differently. My name is Johnny Games. I was bitten by a radioactive homeless man, and for the past 7 months, I've been working on these 2 videos. It isn't Spider-Verse based on the images that's flashing on the screen. Spider-Verse is a fire movie though. But today is the day. No more dilly-dally. It is time. For the OGs, you know what's coming. For the new people, you guys are probably confused out of your mind, but I'll explain it to you guys. The way this is going to work is that there's going to be 2 versions of this video. The one you're seeing right now, and a bigger, longer, and less cut version. Once this video comes out and we get an indefinite amount of likes, I don't know how many, but when I see the number and I like it, that video will come out. So the way this video is going to be, it is going to be a breakdown of my thoughts on how the characters grow, develop, and a basic rundown of the whole season. Get ready, guys. This has been a big moment for me. I put my heart and soul into this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, let's begin. This is my thoughts on The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 with Sam, Hobito, and Jeffrey right now. Be sure to like and subscribe to show me some love. And without further ado, let's do this. And also,
stop it. Get some help.
So the episode opens up with Vax executing a stealth mission where we learn that the gold the dragons have been collecting was being used to cultivate dragon eggs like I called in Season 2. Unfortunately, Vax smells like shit, so he got caught and smoked out immediately. After that ordeal, Raishan decides to help the team out by playing a little double agent. She tells them about the plate of the Dawn Martyr, which can absorb very powerful flames, which is going to be useful against Thordak. But Keyleth immediately calls her out and knows that she's gonna double-cross them at the end. Which she is correct. Being pissed off that no one's listening to her of the obvious double-cross that's going to come, she storms off to be alone, where we finally get a moment that we've been waiting 3 seasons for. After that legendary kiss, Vax starts getting high and starts seeing shit that he does not want to see, and immediately pulls away. This scene right here is the beginning of Keyleth's character arc, of her coming into her own. And this is also a thing that I'm starting to realize with the seasons, is that each season is tailored to one specific character in the group. Season 1 was Percy, Season 2 was Scanlan, and now this season is mainly going to be focusing on Keyleth. She's going to have an arc throughout the entire season. After attempting to kill Thordak without the relic, they immediately bail on that idea after they start getting whooped by him. So they go to Ankh-Morpork, Ripley steals the fake plate, and then Percy learns that Orthax is working with Ripley. So that's episode 1. It feels good to be back.
Hey, Jonathan.
Let me know to your butt.
I'll get you soon.
So now Ankh-Morpork is on high alert after the big-ass ruckus they made in the last episode, and Keyleth is noticeably pissed off after making this decision, listening to Raishan to go for the plate.
Meanwhile,
Scanlan is trying to fix the major fuck-up of trying to sleep with your own daughter. I mean, it's growth. It's a crazy thing to be growing from, but it's growth. After their meetup, Percy gets captured by Ripley, and Ripley gives Percy the assignment of trying to make an energy source out of the plate of the Dawn Martyr. Ooh, did I say that right? I think. Anyway. Percy obviously doesn't do this, it blows up, everything gets crazy, Ripley gets away, and then they get captured.
I was trying to talk to Kaylee, but you guys were in trouble, and I couldn't be in 2 places at once. Like, I blew it with her.
Oh, Scanlan, I'm sorry. Nobody gives a shit. They're going to kill you.
What?
Hell, this shit about to be loud as hell, dog.
That was Hobito's idea. Get mad at him. I just executed it. So after learning that the team didn't steal the plate, she reveals that the plate was actually a fake, and the real one is located in hell. After having a heart-to-heart, Vex realizes that the sexual tension cannot be held on any longer, and they bang the night away. While Percy and Vex are going to town, Vax and Keyleth also decide to have a heart-to-heart. But Vax is too afraid of the future due to all the visions that the Matron of Ravens keeps sending him, so he doesn't want to commit. So at this scene, you get a nice visual dichotomy of two people coming together and then two people separating. Scanlan, also having some girl trouble, makes a mistake with Pike and beats himself up really badly, when all he really needs to do is just get out of his own way. After learning that they need to get through a cold, icy mountain to get to Hell, a nice little hot and cold thing they're doing right there, they get help from Kima, Allura, and Dola. Dola's the dragon lady right there, to open the gateway to Hell. Unfortunately, these double agents can't help themselves and she immediately backstabs them. However, the Ice Dragon hates team killing, so he noms her ass. So while Percy is worried for Vex's safety, Vex immediately pulls away because she isn't ready to get elevated to girlfriend status yet. Vex believes that whoever she gets attached to will eventually leave her in the end, through death, or through just not fucking with her. However, that logic is flawed because she loves her brother, and he's still around. So, while Ice Team is dealing with all this, Fire Team isn't, well, pun intended, not looking too hot.
I'm finna take his bitch.
I don't see
Keep your
it.
pants on, Jonathan.
My pants are already off.
Damn it.
To avoid getting devoured by the hungry hell spawns, they decide to disguise themselves. However, they immediately get caught because this team is more unlucky than a goddamn guy getting struck by lightning 30 times in a row. They immediately book it to the center of Hell, where they get led in by a very dapper-looking fellow. In order to get the plate, they need to play a game of Go Fish. They lose, they give their soul to him. They win, they get the plate. Fair trade. However, this game of Go Fish has mind games in it, and he starts toying with Pike. Pike, however, is a grandmaster in Go Fish and reverses it on his ass, and they get the plate of Dawn Water. I think I said that right again. Right? Yeah.
I watched my husband and son fade with the rigors of time. Losing.
Up, he said husband, he belongs here.
Oh, wow. I just. Bro. That's crazy.
We open up with Kima and Allura's backstory, and we learn how they fell in love with each other. Allura was simply infatuated by the sight of a strong woman. Since Kima is basically in the belly of the beast, Allura is definitely looking for a get-back on the Ice Dragon. Meanwhile, the Fire Team on their way back is dealing with some hot and heavy artillery, pun intended once again. Pike tries to absorb King Kong's fire attack, but her self-doubt backfires on her, literally, and the plate recoils on her, and it doesn't work. It does give her a nice haircut, though. They are eventually able to pass through the gate, but they bring King Kong along with them for a Godzilla King Kong rematch. This leads to one of the sickest fights known to man. It's so cool that even the characters themselves want to watch.
Come on, get him! Get him!
Unfortunately, Grog and Scanlan didn't watch Godzilla vs. King Kong 2021, and they are immediately disappointed by the result. Kima decides to play the bait, and then they all jump his ass like it's JJK. They win, they kiss and make up, and then they regroup in Scanlan's chateau.
You know her ass is tight because she uses a strap.
So we open up in Scanlan's chateau, where we get a beautifully animated song number about celebrating their third dragon kill. After that, the team relaxes, and Vax and Percy have a nice little heart-to-heart and chill, where Vax gives Percy his blessing to be with his sister. Unknowing to him, Vex was there the whole time. After that, Vax tries to see if he can get the rebound, but immediately folds under zero pressure. Meanwhile, Percy and Vex have another night of beautiful passion. Scanlan, meanwhile, is also trying to not be a deadbeat dad and be in his daughter's life, but he keeps on failing and being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Thankfully, Pike is there to give him the push he needs to go see her. So Scanlan decides to split from the team and go solo so he can go see his daughter. So the team returns to Whitestone, where Thordak's children decorate the place more to their liking. Raishan unfortunately appears at the worst time, and the team is just not buying her shit anymore, and they all turn on her. Raishan, however, uses logic and tells her that someone else sold them out, and it was Ripley, because she's the only one that knows about Whitestone. This pisses Percy off, and his revenge arc returns.
Just a soak. Mind if I join you?
You see how unafraid Vax was to show it? Why can't you show it, Sam?
Because he gets paid, alright?
Like, let me see it. Like,
Yeah, y'all gotta get in the tub together. That's
that's why.
Your own house.
He's shy. He needs to be in the bath first. Okay.
Us against the world.
So we open up this time with a backstory on Ripley, where we learn that she's always really had a knack for machines. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and her village gets destroyed. Ripley sends them a small and likely implausible message, but Percy understands it, and they make their way to find her. Later, Percy and Vex have a chat whether they should go public on their relationship to the team. However, the team already knows that they've been fucking like rabbits. Percy, however, keeps pressing Vex on going public on their relationship, but Vex keeps dodging the proposal. This is due to her being petrified of falling in love with anyone. Percy even confesses his love to her, but she doesn't even know how to respond. So while they're in the woods looking for Ripley, they get drugged and we start to get to see their inner psyche, where once again the show basically confirms Vex is petrified of falling in love with people because she believes her love kills people, which is why she doesn't want to commit to Percy, even though deep down she knows she loves him. So after his acid trip, Percy finally wakes up, and we see what Ripley has been up to this whole time. She's essentially trying to recreate Percy's first invention of the pepper box, and she's trying to mass produce them. She will then turn the land of Taldore into basically the United States of America, where everyone has a gun. However, Percy is British and is not a fan of open carry, so he immediately betrays Ripley once again. Like, how gullible is she? They have a badass shootout, Percy blows her ass up, and then Percy pins her. However, Percy is a changed man and does not go for the kill because that would regress his character arc, so he doesn't take the shot. Ripley does, though. Vex feels the disturbance in the force and makes a beeline for Percy. However, it is too late and he is in the process of dying, which actually got me shook the first time I saw it. Like, I was not expecting that. I was like, there's no way he's dead. Like, no, he's gonna get out of this and he's gonna be fine. But no, like, the show actually, like, did it for real, and it surprised me.
I'm in love with you.
Duh. I didn't know that.
So we open up with another backstory. I didn't realize how many backstories were in this one season. We're at like number 3. So we get to see how the team first meets Percy, and then we immediately cut to his funeral. And Vex is distraught. It's hitting Vax hard too, because Percy was kind of like a brother to him. So he finally stops being afraid and rekindles the flame with Keyleth, and he pounds one out for Percy. Meanwhile, Scanlan is pissed at himself because he wasn't even there to help. Pike tries to comfort him, but that doesn't work. So we cut back to Vax in an unexpected encounter from Raishan, where we learn that Thordak was the one that destroyed their hometown. So they have to lock in, not just for themselves, but for Percy as well. So they pull an Avengers Endgame to lock in on Thordak and whoop his ass.
Jonathan, stop the video. Stop the video.
What's going on? Oh god, what's happening?
What's wrong? Scam Likely's calling me. Hold on.
What? Obviously, the battle devolves into chaos when you're dealing with giant fire-breathing dragons. So the team decides to split into 2 groups. One deals with Thordak and his children on the battlefield, the other deals with Thordak's children who haven't spawned in yet. Zura and Cash also pop in to help, and they are officially an item now. And just when they're on the ropes and about to lose, Pike pulls in the most badass, most beautifully animated sequence in the entire season, fully letting go of her reliance on the Everlight and relying on herself. I mean, goddamn, they really put everything into that one scene. Gorgeous. So Raishan gets her get back, but Thordak can't handle her hot-ass breath, so he gets the hell out of there. But Vax ain't letting him leave, so he pulls the ultimate finisher on him. Keyleth goes to thank Raishan, but Raishan doesn't like that sweet shit and finally betrays their asses. She steals Thordak's body and then gets the hell out of there. Would you?
Hey, man.
Go.
If there's a hole.
If there's a hole, there's a goal. You get it. Let's go. Let's go. Pissed that nobody listened to her about the obvious betrayal from Raishan, Keyleth decides that she needs to be alone. While Vex, still unsatisfied, decides that she needs to go after Ripley and finish what Percy couldn't. With the help of Vax, of course. And due to receiving major damage in the fight, Scanlan is pretty much in a coma. So Pike gets the idea to bring Kaylee over here in the hopes that maybe it'll help Scanlan out. So Pike finds Kaylee, shows her the song that Scanlan was writing for her, and proves to her that Scanlan actually isn't a deadbeat and actually cares. We then cut back to Keyleth, who decided to go home to get advice from her father, and learns of a ritual that can help her find Raishan. We then cut to Vex and Vax trying to locate Ripley. We then cut back immediately to Keyleth, god damn, we're doing a lot of cutting back and forth, where she's ordering the elders to teach her the ritual on how to find Raishan, looking badass while doing it. We cut to Vex almost dying, we cut to Keyleth almost dying, and then we cut to both of them flying. Bars.
Someone
Now this reminds me of
if they're his
Fuck.
love.
So in order to find Raishan, Keyleth needs to figuratively and literally connect to the earth in order to find her. However, if she goes too deep, she'll be turned into stone. So while Keyleth is getting stoned, Vex and Vax finally find Ripley, but they get captured. But Vax kinda likes his freedom, so he immediately reverses on their ass, and we get a nice little brawl. Meanwhile, Keyleth is struggling to stay centered because she's feeling everything all at once. But remembering Vax and learning that it's okay to rely on people, she finally centers herself and masters it. Meanwhile, Pike brings Kaylee back to see Scanlan, and just her presence alone is enough to wake Scanlan from his deep sleep. Some beautiful magical bullshit. While Kaylee and Scanlan are reconnecting, Vax and Vex are essentially in the middle of a war zone right now. A war zone that gets set on fire. The battle ends with a clean 2v1, where Ripley gets finally put down for good. They shut her ass up, literally. Now that Keyleth essentially has mastered earthbending and located Raishan, she can contact everyone through the earth itself, and she tells the team to regroup with her. Now that Keyleth has true confidence in herself and her character arc is essentially complete, she gives Vax a smooch, and they team up to go whoop Raishan. But now Raishan is inside Thordak's body, so they're gonna have to kill him once again.
Predictable.
What is this man's playing Dokkan? He's playing Dokkan.
Yeah.
He's playing Dokkan. This man cannot help himself.
Jeffrey, bro, come on, bro.
He can't help himself. So the boxing commences and it immediately becomes a repeat of their first encounter with Thordak. So Thorshan, that's Thordak and Raishan, or maybe Rydak is better. Nah, I like Thorshan better. So Thorshan splits up Keyleth and the rest of the gang because she hates jumping and wants the ones. Vax gets a mini panic attack, but Keyleth insists that he trusts her. We get a nice little badass sequence from Keyleth using all her abilities, and then she dies. Nah, I'm just playing. She uses her earthbending and gives Raishan her disease back. Then Raishan finally wastes away. They smooch, she throws up, and then Vax has a dream about the Matron of Ravens once again. And according to the Matron, Percy's soul is still trapped within the gun that Ripley killed him with. However, the Matron of Ravens warns Vax that playing with the dead can result in unforeseen consequences. Vax doesn't care and still goes on with it anyway. So they attempt a ritual to free Percy's soul from the gun, but Orthax ain't letting that happen. Vex then finally admits her love of Percy, letting go of the fear that's constantly holding her back. Vex sheds a tear, Percy remembers who he is, and then they get the hell out of there. Now that Percy's back, Vax gets a weird infection on his arm, they sing Kumbaya, and they split up from each other.
Nigga.
That's the first thing you say when you come back. And that's basically my rundown of Season 3. But it isn't over yet, because as of today, Season 4 is out. And I'll probably do it. Well, you guys gotta show me some love. So, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because this took a lot of effort and time, because this is a two-parter. The bigger, longer, and less cut version will only come out if this video gets a certain amount of likes. Again, I don't know the number, just like it up. And just to be honest, I'm not even completely done with it yet.
Bruh.
But I'm not like 3 months away from it being done. It's like almost done, like 98% done. So with that being said, my final verdict of the show? Alright, now OBS is in the background, so it'll catch all my fuck-ups. So, god damn it. Already?
Damn,
So
bro.
what?
I didn't get my words out in
You might have to
time.
give up, gang. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Bro, really?
You might have to give up.
You gonna have to get
apologize to your
shot.
parents.
So these... Oh my god! I can't speak!
Yeah, you know when people say shoot for the stars, you gotta shoot for something else.
Bro, I can't speak! Oh my god.